Today's video, we're gonna cook a steak that I wet aged for 6 months. You heard me right, 6 months. So let's get to cooking. All right, so believe it or not, I got this steak from RC Ranch a little over 6 months ago, and we have been wet aging this steak ever since. Now, a lot of you are probably saying, Cosmo, you cannot wet age a steak for 6 months. And I would say, yes, you can, but you have to kind of work it a little bit. And you can smell the wet age off of it. I wet aged it in sections. So I would wet age it for 2 days, freeze it. Wet age it for 2 more days, freeze it, and back and forth. Now, a lot of you probably saying, well, why would you freeze it, Cosmo? Why wouldn't you just wet age it and then cook it? And I'm like, well, you know, if I wet age a steak for 14, 27 days in the fridge, that really doesn't play to the title. But I was trying to actually test the theory, freezing meat. Because when you freeze meat, the fibers, it will break them. So I thought, what would happen if I could, you know, get the best of freezing meat and wet aging meat? And it took 6 months. So here we are today. First of all, this is a phenomenal cut of meat. But you can definitely tell that this thing's been wet aged. You can see it. So we're gonna do a little light trim on the edge. Cut that off what we can. Not gonna take too much. This steak absolutely, obviously it smells like beef, but this is like really beefy. Now, the way we're gonna cook this is on the Weber. And we are going to cook it the way that I won my world championship steak, which is cow cover, dirty bird hot, and Texas beef. We're gonna cook it indirect, and we're gonna bring it up to a temperature of about 115 degrees. Put it on the grill grates, get some sear marks on it, pull it off, let it rest, and then we're gonna taste it. And we're gonna see how good a steak is that's been wet aged for 6 months. First layer of rub is going to be our cow cover. Put a little bit more on the board. That does the edges. Then we're going down with Dirty Bird Hot.
Cosmo, that's too much seasoning.
If I had a nickel. This is such a thick cut, it's actually probably not going to be enough. You know, you kind of lose a little bit too. So I press it all in there. Flip it. Cow cover. Dirty Bird Hot. And Texas beef. Now, a lot of people ask, why do you layer rubs, Kosmo? It's about taking somebody on a journey. And I want their taste buds to do different things at different times. This is what layering rubs achieves. We started doing this years ago in the competition world. And if you've never had competition food, everything's produced for one bite. So we're gonna let this rest for just a minute, sweat out, and let's go get it on the Weber. Boom. Probe in. We are at 61, 59, 58. All right, so we hit 112 degrees and now we sear. This is the part I love right here. Hey Siri, set a timer for 1 minute. Oh, that fat is over here just sizzling. Beautiful. Alright, next up. Hey Siri, set a timer for 1 minute.
That on those other steaks didn't burn like that.
This is how I love them right here. This is perfect. A little crust on there. Getting that B-roll. It's done, it's done. Dude, this is freaking money. All right, so we let this thing rest for about 25 minutes and now we get a dig in. And it smells freaking amazing. That's the best part right there. I don't even know where to start. We'll save that. And then, oh, son, nailed that. take a little bite. I've never had a bite of one that, and it's butter. It's pretty good, dude. That is pretty good. I mean, look at that. Is that not nailed? Now, the best part. I'm gonna cut this off. I just want this one. You know what I'm going after. Take me a little piece there. Oh, that's even better. That's so good, dude. Well, hey, I want to thank everybody for watching. If you want this recipe right here, head on over to kosmosq.com/recipes. Print it off, make it for yourself, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace. Bobo. What are you doing? You want to bite? You want to bite?